Hey guys, and welcome back to another amazing episode of the Nikki ExotiKa Show. Today, I've got a seriously fabulous guest joining me. He's a style expert, entrepreneur, and a creative mind behind the MD Effect, a brand that's all about confidence, class, and looking your absolute best. Thank you, and welcome the one and only Matt Dillon.
We're here, and we got the memo.
You know what?
We were just in the green room checking each other out.
I was wearing something else, and then I saw him come out with this, this amazing jacket that you designed.
I did.
Right?
I did.
And I was like, okay, you know what? You're not going to fucking upstage me on my show.
Listen, I wasn't trying to. I bought this just for you.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm super pumped to be here.
So I want to know all about you. Tell me a little bit.
Do you want PG, G, or R-rated?
All of it.
What do we got?
You know I love all the tea, honey. You're part of the community.
We are.
LGBT. You're my little. You're my brother.
ABMNP.com, whatever. Where are we at? What are we at now?
I don't know.
I mean, the story is I'm originally from Australia.
Really?
Kind of, yes.
What part?
So, Sydney.
Okay, I've never been to Australia, but I've always been wanting to go.
Grew up in Sydney. It's funny, I reached 19, and that's when I started to get itchy feet. I wanted more. I wanted, even at 19, I thought I'd hit the peak of what was happening in Sydney. And, there was definitely reasons, and I ended up moving to New York and spent the last 16 years in New York City and now live in Miami. Oh. But that variation
Which do you like better, New York or Miami?
Oh, it's not even, I love New York.
There's no comparison, right?
I love New York. Always have, always will. Probably going to move back here. Miami's amazing. It's opened up a lot of opportunities, but New York is kind of where I was raised by myself and my peers and my friends. And bad decisions and all the things. New York will flip you on your head, maybe more than once. Maybe repeat the mistake a couple more times. And then you'll find your way. And it's, for me, I've gone through iterations of what career is. I did 20 years as a publicist, working with the from Housewives to the Pussycat Dolls to Moby.
Amazing.
So I've done major names, reality, and then it was kind of 2020 where it was segue back to originally what I came to New York for. I worked for Kelly Catrone, who's a major publicist in fashion.
Yes.
Iconic. If you watch The Hills, she was the bitch on
Kelly
The Hills.
Catrone, yes.
And she is exactly like that, but she is a mother to all who show up and what have you. And then I interned for Georgina Chapman right before all the bullshit hit with Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of left that world, and then 2020, I was like, I've always loved fashion, not the peripheral stuff. I love the old school, and some people are like, it's not representative of what the world is now, but I love the Kate Mosses, I love the Naomis, that.
Yes,
that
the classic.
World, the classics.
The icons, honey.
The icons. And I kind of spun it myself. So the MD Effect was born from an opportunity that came to me in DC. Fox producer said, hey, you want to host the hour show we do at lunch? I said, what? Okay, yeah, sure. And the gift of the gab, yap. Then it became a regular gig, and then I started touring the country and showcasing trends in fashion, how it applies to not just what you see in a magazine, but what it feels like for a fuller-figured woman to look at fashion and what's her perspective of looking at that. What it feels like for a woman of color to look at certain things and to understand those perspectives. And I think it's, I don't come from a position of understanding all sides of any equation. I'm a gay man. I'm happily proud of that, but that's not my biggest achievement in life.
And you're engaged.
I am. I'm not single anymore.
And tell me about your beau.
My beau, I met at a lingerie business to business at the Javits Center, where all good people meet at the Javits Center. And a friend said, you should meet him. And I said, why would I want to meet him?
Was this for one of the gay parties during Pride?
No, girl.
I've been there. I've been at Javits Center during the gay Pride parties.
Lingerie. This was business, darling.
Okay.
But what happened when we met each other? So I left, probably never to see him again, and we ended up at the same shitty hotel.
No way.
We ordered 2 of our drinks, went up to the room, and I see you 3 days later.
So it was destiny.
Well, it didn't start that way, but yes. Yes.
Well, it's fate. You know what? That's how it all begins, right?
It's so crazy to me to think that where I'm at in life, there's not a week that I'm not on TV, whether it's the Today Show, here, that. So I'm doing a lot of what people, and I am who I am, and I'm exactly who I say I am. So it's like that personality was always missing a piece of a puzzle, but I've gone through a ton of shit as well. So it's like this dichotomy, and Igor came in and just was like, okay, we fit. And who's to fight that? So, it's fast, furious, but this is how I impart things to people now. I'm like, if it feels right, roll with it. Your gut's never wrong.
It's true. So how long have you guys been together?
Girl, it's fresh. So like 2.5, 3 months.
And you're engaged already?
Yeah, girl, he lives in Amsterdam. I gotta lock that shit down.
Wait, Amsterdam. Oh my God, I love Amsterdam.
I gotta lock it down. Like, no motherfucker can touch that.
It's one of my favorite places. I have a gay son that lives in Amsterdam.
Okay.
And my sister, Kelly Vanderveer, super famous, a Dutch, transsexual, that one big brother. She's from Amsterdam.
There you go.
And I go back and forth all the time.
For me, it's just a blessing. Things come now. And I never believed in that old adage of like, when you least expect. I was like, oh, please, it's like a t-shirt. But it's true.
Nice.
It's true. And I think that's important to look at life. There's a lot of hardships outside in this world. And I'm like, sometimes it's like nice to have a little bubble.
But you're in a threesome relationship, right?
With who?
With your dog, too.
Oh, girl.
I wanted to show the dog. I love animals, by the way. Hi. And what is her name?
Mama.
Hi, Mama. How are you? She's
like,
pregnant.
I don't have
Wait,
my
is she
SAG card.
pregnant?
Is this, what?
Is she pregnant?
No, she's just fat. How dare you be a judger? Shit.
I'm body shaming.
It's always our kind that judge.
I'm body shaming the puppy. I'm sorry.
Listen. No, I've always been animals first.
Yeah.
Truly.
Me and you, we love animals.
Yeah.
Animals, are better than humans. I'll tell everybody that. They will love you unconditionally and be the most loyal pets ever.
Yeah.
I went to my friend's sanctuary in Nashville, Bush Burton Animal Sanctuary, where he has like 8 spider monkeys. And I mean,
Who's this?
Michael Robinson. He has a spider monkey, Winston, which is all over TikTok and Instagram.
That's the most famous chimp. That's Limbani, the most famous chimp in the world. Yes. So I know exactly where you.
Yeah. So
I have the wild animal life, and then I have
now
fashion.
he's got a bunch of crazy animals. I mean, oh my God, it would be amazing.
That's to me joy. If I could live with like everything on top around me, I would. It's just you got to do the right thing by the animals too, and like really come at this from what is out there. Sometimes it's not the right thing.
Correct.
So I want to correct anything like that and make sure that people understand that like that chimp that I was with for 5-6 years, because I got billions of views on it.
As long as it's rescued.
Is now at Save the Chimps and is like making progress
better
to be with other chimps.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a whole.
As long as they're rescued and they're put in a better place.
I think it's important.
And they're given all the love that they never got. I am a big cat lover. I think I could actually live in an enclosure with cheetahs and leopards. That's just who I am. Hence the last name ExotiKa.
I think so. Well, this is the whole thing. That's why I'm like, I could be a chimp forever. And the way he loves my dog, and like, that's 100-pound beast.
All right, so I'll be an ExotiKa and you'll be a chimp.
There you go. Meant to be, baby.
So how do you help people find confidence through fashion?
I always analyze it like this. Sometimes there's a little bit of truth to the fake it till you make it part, because sometimes we don't see who we are as human beings. Mm-hmm. So I do look at people and I'm like, well, mantras, whatever gets you to the point of like on the path to believing. Because I could dress you in a $10,000 gown, and if you feel like shit, it ain't gonna work.
It's true.
And this is where I look at women every day, and I'm like, just because you see a Kardashian, you see another star, doesn't mean that's gonna be right for you.
Right.
So what you love and what makes you happy is the most important thing. And it doesn't have to be money. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on clothes. I am about investing in key pieces that you love and want.
Yeah, but they are going to be iconic throughout the years.
Forever. Like you're going to go to your grave with that and be buried in it?
No, you have to invest in timeless pieces.
Yeah.
Like there are some belts that are iconic, like Thierry Mugler style.
Yes.
I mean, there are some types of, chokers, collars, things, accessories. It's all about accessories.
That will stand the test of time.
That will stand the test of time, that you can always wear any single piece and you can mix and match it with things.
I completely agree.
So
I think
it is worth the investment.
People really need to also look at do it for yourself. So when you dress because it makes you happy. Because that permeates out to other people.
Correct.
And fashion is the calling card. It's the new business card. It always has been. A lot of people are scared of what fashion is. It's that the age-old tale of the devil wears Prada, that the top part does permeate down to what the mass market wears.
Right.
So it is when you think, oh, that doesn't affect me at all, it does. Whatever crappy cotton shirt you've got on was derived from somewhere right up the top by a choice made by a designer. And I do believe, and I love looking at designers, and I'm like, even if I don't like the aesthetic, and I'm like, ugh, you got to understand that that's somebody's vision, and I appreciate it.
It's respect, yeah.
It's respect, and I also want to look at, and I work mostly with females and different shapes, different bodies, that it's about just feeling good, and it's like, it's laughter, it's fun. Fashion is like it's just a piece of material. But what it represents and what it can bring together is so much greater than what people actually think it is. So that's really what I've been like pushing the narrative for the last couple of years, showcasing looks, but also showcasing, all right, this is what it looks like on that body, but you too can do this. But it's like tweaking things and like knowing your body. And it's like everybody goes through bullshit. Not every, I'm a stick-thin bitch myself, but I'm like, God, I wish I was a little bit thicker. Everybody, you can never point your thing and be like, that person's
Everyone has flaws, you guys. You have to accept it for who you are.
And that's okay.
Yeah, and that's okay. Exactly. Like right now, I'm 155 pounds. I've never been like that ever in my lifetime. Because I had to get weight.
Up and show me that. Get out
I had to get weight for surgery. No, I have surgery on Tuesday, and they needed fat. Okay. So I had to gain weight. I know it doesn't look like
incredible.
I gained weight, but I gained weight. So I was 135 and now I'm 155. So I gained like 20 pounds. I know you don't see it on my face.
Yeah, but that affects
It does, because it's not really me, but it is what it is. I love everybody, every shape, form, gender, race, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just love yourself and your skin and who you are.
Agreed.
So tell me, what is one fashion rule you always follow, and one that you love to break?
The following thing's interesting. So when it comes to a trend, this is where that love of something, like trends that can be really naff. Like if I'm looking at something, but they cometh and they goeth. So I'm like, for me, there's been some like really interesting trend, like the duck boots that like people, there's some really weird shit that's really expensive. That is like
I've
so
seen
nasty.com.
That is so crazy.
But I'm like, sometimes if something resonates with you on an emotional level.
Right.
Then all right, buy into the trend. Who cares? Whatever. But just know. So it's like, it's kind of like the rule to avoid, but sometimes break.
I don't know. They were like really big red booty type. I was like, these look like Nintendo. I was like,
but there's a market for it. Just not for you and me, honey.
Right. And everybody was coming out and walking. I was like, okay.
It's really interesting.
I was like that, interesting fashion.
Yeah. I look at fashion and I'm like, that's why I've started to like work with people and make my own kind of things, because I'm like that. I'm finding that there's a lack of creativity, and I know a lot of Japanese designers. Japanese designers are always cutting edge in terms of mixing patterns, leathers, denims, what have you. I also love looking at like designers that, when you see a designer, I'll never forget my friend Romeo Hunt. He's a Brooklyn-based designer. And I met him way before anything had changed. I'll never forget being at one of his shows, and Anna Wintour was there, and I was like, things are about to get real for you in the best way. And I just knew it because he had the art of mixing what a traditional blazer with denim, with stuff, but doing it in a way that's like, when you do something authentically.
Right, and when it works.
Lead with that, because authenticity will always work. And you'll find your tribe with that. So it's like, when it comes to trends, I try to avoid.
Oh my goodness, because like trends come and go. And like some of these trends are just ridiculous.
Oh, they're hideous.
They're so ridiculous.
But you see, we live in a world where everybody's cookie cutter.
It's
so you go to Fashion Week and I'm like, oh my God.
It's like, okay, so you're following that trend because everybody else is doing it.
That's the problem.
Because Kim wore it.
Okay, we got the problem. You just nailed it. Just
Kylie wore it and you want to wear it now because they wore it. But I'm like, but do you really love it? Okay, you don't really love it, but you wore it because they wore it.
Do you know why? Do you know what you're wearing even? Like, do you understand like the way that it does? So it's like, for me, I don't know, I'm an emotional being when it comes to fashion now. It means more to me than just putting something on and like having fun with things. But it's like I do feel like we, in every sense of the word, we live in a fast-paced culture where that shit's going to be gone by the next. The Labubu is the perfect example. He lost billions of dollars at the end of that.
I've never been a Labubu fan. I'm
Thank God, because now I would throw this phone at you.
First time I saw the Labubus, I'm like, these little demonic dolls.
Okay, we're in great. Although I would love to have been in that first run of the Labubus as an investor, because we would have been.
Oh, he's killing it.
We'd be on a yacht.
Oh yeah, he's killing
He
it.
lost $1 billion, but he made like $1 trillion.
You know what? I love these other dolls actually more better than the Labubu. They're called the Skull Panda ones with the little tears coming.
Yeah.
They're actually cuter. I'm sorry, but one of my girls in my pop group, she was like, "Oh, I'm selling Labubus. I want to sell you a box." I'm like, "Please don't send me that shit." I was like, she goes, "What? You won't make a video for me?" I'm like,
"No,
hell
girl.
Fucking no, girl.
No."
Like she's like, "Well, then just make a video and you don't have. I won't send you a box." I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing it."
Start with the box, honey. It got lost in the post.
I'm not pushing that shit, but I mean, bless her heart, she's killing it.
Of course,
she's making money.
And
everybody
I think
wants
from
to
a business,
buy.
let's think about it from a business perspective. Go for it, because I was like, honey, I should have been on that. We'd be billionaires.
But
we wouldn't be here. We'd be on the yacht.
It's gonna die out. It's a trend.
It's over. The guy lost reportedly negative $1 billion.
Oh wow!
But he made $1 trillion.
Right.
Like he made.
Isn't that crazy? Just from a doll.
It's
I would love to create
so
a doll
stupid.
and make all that money. The Nikki ExotiKa
Hello, I was just about to say, why don't you have a doll already?
We have to come on, Mattel.
Why don't you have a doll already? What's wrong with you?
I should.
Come
Many
on.
different exotic dolls, right?
I think that's fabulous.
So what does a typical day for you look like? I mean, like, is there even one?
No. And I don't believe, this is my biggest thing, I don't believe in the term balance either. I like to lean into chaos.
Okay.
Because chaos, I think, if you can get through the mud, that you get to a really good creative perspective. Yeah. So a typical day, there's some days that I'm like, yesterday at this point, I was in Chicago. The day before that, I was in D.C.
Right.
Tonight I go home to Miami.
The struggle is real, right?
I'm
if you
like,
can't experience struggle,
imagine
it's
this poor
not
dog
real
on the floor. She's on death row right now. She's like, no more. But there's so much joy in what I do that I'm like, it's not work for me to be able to share stories and to meet people and to like have creative juice like this. Yeah. And then there's some days I'm like schluppy Joe on the couch doing nothing, and I live for it.
And
I deserve it. It's taken me a lot of time to get to that I deserve it
People
part.
think that when we have this platform or we are successful doing stuff, it's like, oh, we're given the golden spoon. No. Everything is so perfect. No. Like, we don't have bad days. Oh, we have bad days.
Bad.
Right? And
shit show days.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Sometimes I go on social media and do my little rants, which are bad. I shouldn't do that. But, I want people to know that I'm a real person.
Listen, if it feels right in your heart, speak on it.
I want people to know, to resonate with me that I struggle too.
Well, especially in this climate.
Nothing is ever
perfect.
Stop
speaking.
Life is not always perfect.
No.
And people people look up to me for advice, and my story, telling my story on the show that I did about love, is that they related to me in so many ways. Oh, hey, I dated a narcissist. Your story resonated with me. I dated the guy that treated me like shit, and I watched your story and how you got over it, and it really helped me. And that is what I love to do. It might not resonate for everybody, or not everybody can look at my story and be like, oh, I feel, I've been through that. No, because sometimes people have perfect lives with their men that don't cheat on them. You know what I mean?
I've met some of those men that don't cheat.
So whatever you're feeling, we all can relate.
I think given that I'm like licensed to allow yourself you time.
Yes.
And it's odd. It seems like a basic necessity of life, the me time thing. But it's something that like I had to physically start scheduling.
It's a reset.
I had to schedule it to be like, no, you shouldn't be booking that day because you've just worked straight for 3 days.
Exactly.
And you've been on a plane every day.
You need time to recoup.
But I had to physically write it down and be like, do not do anything.
Yeah. I do the same thing.
Because I feel like there's some little upstarter right behind me.
My energy gets drained.
I know, but it's been so wonderful being here today. Just the fluidity of conversations and discussions is good for the soul.
Yeah.
This is like, I do a podcast in Miami.
So when
you get to Miami,
come
on, we'll do a podcast share.
Of course.
But I think it's really cool to. I think people look at what we do and they're like, well, they do that. What's the work part? And I was like, do you think this is?
It's not easy.
It's not. No.
The traveling alone wears you out. You know,
honey, well, we're going to go for a ride around.
I was on a flight yesterday. I'm here today, and I didn't feel well, and I'm still here, and I made it. Got up, did my hair, my makeup, like this, that, like this is, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You showed up, and that's a big advice for anyone watching. Show up.
Damn knows I want to be in bed right now, you know, sipping on some soup.
Sipping on some gin and juice.
So listen, how do you define success now compared to years ago?
Minus people pleasing. Because success for me was always about being around whatever was considered it and whatever was considered hot. So the story I have is when I moved to New York, probably 6 months into it, I befriended Richie Rich, the designer, and like a whole bunch of...
From back in the day.
We used
to be at Limelight together.
Maybe we've been up in the Limelight together, honey. Because I was like... Bitch.
At what year?
Oh my God.
I started going to Limelight in 94, 95.
This was after. Maybe it wasn't even Limelight at that point. Because where Limelight was had 4 reiterations of what it was.
True, but it was always Limelight. They had extra rooms.
They had the extra. Yeah. So I used to go. So I met Richie, and this was like around the time that he was doing the stuff with Ellen DeGeneres. So he was doing the runway shows.
Got it.
But his peripheral people were not the best of people in terms of influence and what have you. So it's like... I really am a firm believer in like fucking going through your shit. You go through it. I don't judge myself for decisions that were made, drug usage, hoedom, whatever the scenario is, because it all unwraps another layer of me, and like you have to deal with certain things. So it's just the need to people please that I just was like, why the fuck do I care what anyone thinks of me anymore? Because I used to think that was success, that people needed to see you around the right crew, the right people. The minute I started to move away from that and kind of not internalize and like remove people, I removed bad seeds from my life for sure, which we all experience bad seeds.
Oh, yes, we do.
But I looked at it from a perspective of like, once you remove the trash, it leaves room for the goodness to come in, and the goodness in people and like-minded characters and like real friends, real people that will ride with you. Success can be a million things. You're gonna go out, release a song. I'm gonna go out, do more TV.
Yeah.
That's success. I'm in a machine now. The machine works because I choose to show up and step up like you.
Same.
Success to me is what happens when the curtain gets shut and like you at peace with what you have. And sometimes you're at peace with life is in turbulence. You know what I mean? There's
just gotta know how to maneuver through it.
You just gotta maneuver through it. So success, to answer the question, is really finding peace and having good people around you, because life is better with good people.
Thank you. And as the years go by, I have really learned the real people around me, and you know, I've been like backstabbed, I've had my secrets revealed, I've had stuff exposed.
Let's speak on it.
That'll be another show.
Come on, baby.
But anyway, tell us about the MD Effect. What inspired you to create it, and what does it represent to you?
MD Effect, to me, I can say wholeheartedly, it represents what I feel inside. The way I look at fashion, the way it excites me like a child in a candy store, and the way that it's taught me to appreciate things that maybe I didn't understand. When it comes to human experience, when it comes to body dysmorphia, understanding that there's a whole fashion, really, open the can, there are worms spurting out everywhere. There's so much shit that comes from that, and emotion, but it's been like this really like birth by fire almost of understanding like the fashion world is so eclectic, and it's opened me up to understanding sexualities, genders, here, like it's really like you can learn everything you need to in life in the fashion scene. You really can, and I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. My contribution is to be able to, I always say, America is made up of East Coast, West Coast, and then everybody else.
Yeah.
I really represent selling the fabulosity to the everybody else.
Nice.
And helping middle America and what have you understand, you know, one day I could be on the Today Show reaching everybody, the next Good Day New York, and then yesterday I was on WGN in Chicago. That's, you know, That's the
And that's
middle-
how you began, like in the fashion world? Like,
Yeah,
how did
so
you
I took everything that I learned as an intern in PR.
in what year?
My God, this was 2000, probably 2005, 2006.
Okay,
I've
so
been here nearly 20, 25
That's
years.
what I want
Yeah.
people to understand.
I'm an old bitch.
It's an investment
But
with
she
your
look good.
time and dedication.
Wait.
Yes,
Sorry,
you
babe.
look
Sorry,
good, girl.
exotic. It's about me,
girl.
babe.
Yes, girl, you look good. So,
It's an investment of time. If your viewers need to know whatever that dream is, bitch, unless I'm in that grave, I'ma still keep going.
hello, and that's
I'ma still keep going. You
never
should-
give up.
No.
Ever.
But be
Ever.
realistic, though. If you suck at something, maybe give up.
That's true. You know what? Try something else. If one thing doesn't work, you can always try something else.
I say that
Yes.
with love, but I haven't been able to say that without coming. And it's not condescending. It's like some people, I'm like, that's not what you're meant to do.
Okay, one last question.
Oof.
Because we are running out of time.
Scared.
You have a very busy day today. So, what do you think defines style? Is it about clothing, attitude, or both?
The attitude comes first. It's about attitude.
Okay.
Because you look at people and you'd be like, oh, I could never, like, you know what that saying is? They could look good in a paper bag. That's because
You
they
gotta
got the
bring
right
it, right?
attitude.
Yeah.
Simply said.
I love it. How can my followers follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Matt Dillon 1983 and then check out the MD Effect, EFFECT.com, baby.
Thank you for coming
Come
to my
on, Sparkles.
podcast. I love it.
Thank you so much. This was so much
Oh,
fun.
it was too, and it was so great meeting you.
Thank you, my love.
And that is another amazing episode of the Nikki ExotiKa Show. And stay tuned for your next one. Love you.
So narcissistic, so narcissistic.